Get some wiggles out as you arrive on your mat to begin this practice. And we will go ahead and get started. For anyone who is new to me, my name is Jess. This is going to be a 45-minute power flow, and we are going to do a little bit of everything. So start lying on your back. Take a great big full body stretch. Roll out those wrists and ankles, maybe some pops and cracks. And then just lay there. Just collapse into yourself a little bit. Fall into yourself. Feel the weight of your body on the floor. Feel the breath in and out. And we practice, and I say practice deliberately because it is work, it is hard, and it may not feel perfect all the time, but we practice giving ourselves permission to be here, right? You carved out this time to get on your mat and take care of yourself. So as much as you possibly can, make that mental switch as well. Let all the distractions, all the to-do lists, all the frustrations, all the worry, let that all just wait off the mat. And instead, turn your focus to yourself. Notice how your body feels today. Notice how your breath feels right now. All those distractions kind of pull us away from ourselves. Use this practice to come back home to you. Let's take 3 more huge breaths. In through the nose, out through the nose. Inhale. Exhale. Again, in and out. Good, and then once again, take that big stretch, reach your arms up long, stretch your legs out long, and then hug your knees into your chest, give yourself a full body squeeze. And then let's keep the knees right there. Open your arms like goalposts, lay them down on the ground. Bring the knees so that they stack over the hips. You're kind of making this flat tabletop with your shins. And then keep your low back pressed into the mat. That means engage those low abs. Let's take the knees over to the right, hover them an inch off the ground. Feel that twist in the spine. And then use your abs and your core to bring the knees back up. Keep the knees at the hips, not in front or behind. And then take them over to the left. And bring it back up through center. Let's do that 3 more times on each side. Knees to the right and back to the center. Knees to the left. Keep your shoulders flat on the ground. Come back to center. Are you breathing? One more time, each side. Keep the low back strong. Last one. Awesome. Wrap your arms around your shins, squeeze into this little ball, and then rock yourself up to seated. We'll sit up nice and tall, root down into the hips. Legs can just be an easy pose, crisscross. On an inhale, stretch the arms up to the sky, look up, and then right hand to the ground, left hand reaches up and over, side body stretch. Inhale, rise back through center. Exhale to the other side, left hand down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, take your twist. Right hand back, left hand forward. Look behind you. Inhale to center, reach up. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center, reach tall. Drop the hands back behind you. Let your chest open, let your head drop back. Inhale, rise. Exhale, forward fold. Round down over your legs. Drop your head heavy. We'll stay here for a couple of breaths. And then come all the way back up. Let's come right up to standing. So go ahead and just stand at the top of your mat. Root down through the feet. Zip up through the core. We want tailbone to be long, low back to be long, and then support it through the front core. Hands by your side, palms facing forward, crown of the head lifted high. As you inhale, reach the arms up. Take your right hand, grab your left wrist, and then stretch over to the right side. On an inhale, rise up, switch and grab a hold of that right wrist and stretch over to the left. And then inhale up through center. Let's take a twist here. So right hand goes back, left hand goes forward. Keep your hips pointing straight forward if you can. So the twist is all the way up through the spine. Look back at your right hand. Yeah, then come back through center, both arms reach up. Same thing, other side. Left hand goes back, right hand goes forward. Look at your thumb back there if you can. Inhale, come back to center, reach up. Exhale, forward fold right down the middle. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, press both hands down, step both feet back, high plank and hold. Fire up through the shoulders here, belly button to spine, heels reaching back. One more big breath. And then we're gonna come to a side plank. Keep your right hand on the ground, tip your feet over to the right edge, take the left hand high to the sky. Good. See if you can look all the way up there to your thumb. You, of course, could be doing the side plank with the right knee down on the ground, or both legs are straight. And then let's play with that idea of twisting a little bit. Take that top hand, pass it underneath you, reach underneath, and then inhale, reach back up to the sky. Do two more like that. Exhale, twist underneath, core strength. Inhale, reach. Whoop, there I go. One more time, exhale. Inhale, reach high. Good, come back to the center, high plank, and then down dog, exhale. Two big breaths. Tiptoe with straight legs toward the top of the mat, folding in half over your legs. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale and fold. Rise up to standing, reach for the sky. Exhale, hands to heart. Let's do that all again. Inhale, reach up. Right hand takes left wrist, stretch over to the right. Inhale through center and then exhale to the left. Inhale, center. Take your twist, right hand back, left hand forward, look back behind you, and then come back to center. Twist to the left, left hand goes back. Inhale to center. Dive forward. Halfway lift. Hands press down, feet step back, high plank, hold strong here. We're going to side plank, keep the left hand down, tip onto the outer left foot or left knee down on the ground. Right hand high to the sky. 3 times, take that right hand, reach underneath you, and then inhale, rise back up. Reach underneath you, inhale. One more time, exhale, inhale. Come back to that center, high plank, and down dog. 2 huge breaths in down dog. Nice slow walk to the top of the mat, stretching down the back of the legs. When you arrive, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Rise all the way up, reach tall. Exhale, hands to heart. Okay, let's bring big toes together to touch if they haven't been there already. Squeeze knees and thighs, sit down, chair pose. Good, strong here. Lift your energy up, look up, reach through those fingertips. One more breath. Exhale, forward fold. Now take your left hand, grab your right ankle, and take your right hand up to the sky. Twist. The left knee can bend, the right leg can straighten, and we get this big stretch down, well, at least I do, down through the hip, the IT band, the hamstrings. And then switch that twist. Come back through center. Right hand to left foot, left hand up, and breathe. Come down through center. Let's go back to chair pose. Sit the hips low, reach the arms high. Big breath in. As you exhale, twist. Right hand back, left hand forward. Inhale, come to center. Left hand back, right hand forward. Come back to center. And then forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands down, feet step back, high plank, down to low plank, chaturanga. Inhale, come to up dog or baby cobra. And down dog. Breathe nice and big. This time we're gonna take your right leg, lift it up to the sky as high as you can get it, and then bend your knee. And really let this be a twist as your hips peel open. You get that big stretch through the front of the right hip. One more breath here. Exhale, place the foot back down. Left side, take the leg up, bend at the knee. Let the hips peel open and breathe. Keep pressing your chest back. Bring your feet back to the mat. Big breath in. As you exhale, bend your knees, look forward. Inhale, step or float, feet to hands. And then halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold in half. Chair pose, hips low, hands high. For 3, 2, 1, forward fold. Left hand goes to the right ankles. Take that twist again. Right hand reaches for the sky. Good, come back down through center, switch sides. Twist the left hand high to the sky. Come back down to center. Sit the hips low, reach the arms high. Let's take a little deeper version of a twist this time. So bring your hands together at your heart. Left elbow crosses over the right thigh. And you breathe for 3, 2, 1. Stay in your chair. Strong legs. Reach through the center. Exhale, twist left. For 3, 2, and 1. Come back to center. Reach. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands go down, feet go back. Make your way to down dog with or without the chaturanga push-up. And then let's come down, wide knees, big toes touching, child's pose. Sink into it for a few breaths. Let the hips get nice and heavy. Let the forehead find the ground. Reconnect to breath. One more breath here. And then rise back up to your down dog. Take the right leg high to the sky, bend the knee, open the hips. Then this time, step that right foot forward in between your hands. High lunge, rise up. Pull in that low belly, lengthen the tailbone down. Arms are high. We're gonna take our twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hands to your heart, left elbow across the right thigh. Really power down into your feet so you're rooted and grounded here. And from that stability at the base, you get a little lighter, a little softer through the top. And then inhale, rise back up to center. Exhale, hands down, find your way back to down dog with or without the chaturanga, your choice. Big breath in, big breath out. Left leg goes high to the sky, bend your knee. And then step it forward in between your hands. High lunge, rise up. Find some length on an inhale. Exhale to twist. Over across that left leg. Thumbs are finding their way towards your sternum if they can. Again, that back knee can always lower down for a little more stability. On an inhale, come back to center, reach up. Exhale, hands to the ground. Take it home to down dog. Just keep moving and breathing. Great, big breath in. Huge breath out. Again, inhale. Exhale. Let's take that right leg high to the sky. Bend your knee again. Open the hips. And now this time, step it forward in between your hands. Lower your back knee down. And then lift your torso up. Straighten the right leg. We're setting up a half split. Keep your right toes flexed. Reach for the sky. Forward fold. Good. So find some length along the back side of your right hip and leg. Look forward. Stretch your heart forward. You can stay perfectly still right here, or wave your foot. So roll it so your pinky toe touches the ground, externally rotating the leg. And then you can internally rotate, almost maybe the big toe touching the ground. And wave it back and forth like that a few times. The movement is originating up here where the leg joins the hip, not through the knee. So try not to tweak your knee here as you roll back and forth. Good, and then bring the foot back to the center, toes pointing straight up at the sky. Take both hands across your leg over toward the right. So again, we're twisting in a different way. Hands walking over toward the right as much as they'll go. Woo, and feel some stretch. Good, y'all look great at home. 2 more breaths here. Okay, hands come back to the center, frame the front foot. Rebend the right knee, press your palms to the mat. Take it back to down dog, with or without the flow, your choice. Two huge breaths in down dog, in and out. Inhale, exhale. Left leg goes high to the sky, bend at the knee, open the hip, and then step the left foot in between the hands. Lower your right knee down as you lift your chest. Straighten the left leg, setting up that half split again. Reach tall. Try to keep your spine long as you forward fold. A few breaths here, looking out past your toes. Wondering when the last time you had a pedicure was. All right, then let's wave that left foot. Rotate it so the pinky toe almost finds the ground. Maybe it does. And then wave it the other way. Big toe finds the ground. External rotation. Ooh, internal rotation. One more time in each way. Find center again. And then take both hands across to the left, adding that twist. Walk the hands as far as they'll go. Maybe you can press palms down into the mat, maybe. Make sure you're still breathing. Okay, and then walk your hands back. Frame the front foot. Bend the left knee. Press the palms to the ground. Take it home to down dog. Really strong work, getting all those twists through the whole body. Big breath in. Big breath out. Another inhale. Huge exhale. Good. Look forward, step or hop your feet outside your hands. Come down into a malasana or yogi squat. Let the knees open back. Let the hands press together. Soft shoulders, soft jaw. Just give it a couple breaths. And then we'll take the twist here. We're on a theme today, can you tell? Take your right hand down, left hand high to the sky. You could stay right there, or you could half bind that top hand around your low back. You could work for a full bind, maybe. Right hand's finding the left fingers. You're hooking that right knee behind the right shoulder. Try not to collapse through your chest like I am. And then let's come back to center. Big breath in. Big breath out. Take the twist the other way. Left hand down, right hand high to the sky. Just keep rotating the shoulders open. If you're going for the half bind or the full bind, go for it. Couple more breaths here. Can your neck stay long? Can your shoulders slide down your back a little bit? Awesome. Come back to center. And then hands to the ground, straighten the legs forward, fold. And just take a little wiggle. Loosen up in the hips. Let's heel toe the feet in, either hips width apart or big toes touching. And then round up to standing. At the top, reach out and up. And exhale, hands to heart. 2 big breaths here. Hit your reset button a little bit. And then let's keep playing. So standing strong, press down into your feet. We're gonna take some balancing poses with a little added twist flare. So we'll put all the weight in the left foot, hug the right knee up. Open that knee to the side, make it a tree pose. That can be thigh, calf, or ankle, as long as you're pressing toward the center line. And then palms press together at your heart. Breathe. Option to take the arms up to the sky. And then you could stay here, or you can take a twist. Right arm back, left hand forward. And then play with the gaze, traveling all the way back there to that right thumb. Are you still engaged through your core? Are you still pressing down through that standing leg? Nice. These look solid. Nice work. Come back to the center, reach tall. And release it down. And then same thing on the other side. All of your weight presses into the right foot. Left knee hugs up, open, and tree pose. Palms find each other at your heart. Grow the hands up and open. And then if you're taking your twist, the left hand goes back, the right hand goes forward. And maybe walk your gaze around to that back hand as you breathe. Okay, come back to center and let it go. Nice, really good. Stand tall, top of the mat. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, forward fold all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands down, feet go back. Find your way to down dog. No surprises, just moving through the pattern. And then take your right leg up and back. Bend your knee, open those hips. Step the right foot inside the hands at the top of the mat. High lunge, rise up tall. Let's revisit this twist. Inhale for length. Exhale, hands at the heart, twist. Left elbow across the right thigh. Now we've been here before, so we can add on some extra layers. Maybe you open your arms. And if that feels all right, maybe this bottom hand could press down into a block or the ground. You could look up to your top thumb. And if you want more layers, take that top hand around your low back, half bind. And finally, maybe a full bind, catching hands underneath and behind yourself. Can you look to the sky? Keep pressing down into your feet to hold steady. Breathing. And then unwind all of that. Inhale yourself right up to the center, high lunge. Exhale, hands to the mat, back to down dog. Take 2 breaths in your down dog. Maybe you notice right side feels different than left side, so we're gonna go even that out. So take your left leg high to the sky, bend your knee. Step it forward, high lunge. Left foot in the front, right foot is back, arms reach high. Inhale, find length in the spine. Exhale to twist, thumbs at the heart. Right elbow across the left thigh. Really press into those big toe mounds, stabilize through the legs. Maybe you open the arms. Maybe you play half bind. Or is there a full bind there today? It's always harder for me on this side, on the left side than the right side. It's like my organs are in the way. One more big breath here. Rise back up, reach to the sky, inhale. Exhale, hands down, down dog. And then you can stay right there in down dog for a few breaths or drop the knees for child's pose. Taking care of yourself, just notice how you are in this moment of stillness. Notice how your breath is moving in your body. Notice, how do your muscles feel? How does your body feel? Notice what a treat to just get to focus on yourself. And how are you doing? And stay with that as we finish out these 45 minutes together. So looking forward, step or float all the way onto your seat and extend your legs out front. Flex those toes back toward your face. Press the hamstrings down, press the heels down. Reach the arms high. Exhale, forward fold right over your legs. A couple of breaths here. And then rise back up. Bring your right foot into your left thigh. Let the knee drop heavy down toward the mat. Oh, I love it when the pets join us for yoga. Reach up tall again. Forward fold over your left leg. Rise back up, open your arms like a T, turn so that your chest is pointed toward the right knee, and then take the left hand down, right hand reaches up and over. We've been working all those twists, lengthening these low back muscles and side body muscles. Really stretch them long here. And then we rise back up. And switch legs. Right leg goes out front, left foot comes in to the thigh. Reach tall, feel both hips press down, and then forward fold over your right leg. Rise back up on your inhale. Arms open wide like a T. Turn your torso so that you're looking at your left knee. Right arm rests down, left hand reaches up and over. Big side body stretch. Can you do this stretch without collapsing the chest down? Instead, pull that top shoulder open and back. Look for the ceiling. And then rise on an inhale. Great work. Let's take both legs out front again. Give them a little shake. And then, probably no surprise, we're gonna do some more twisting. Bring the right foot in. This time your knee stays pointed up toward the ceiling. Take your right hand back behind you. Let the fingers or the hand find the ground. Then the left hand reaches up. Find some length as you cross into the twist. So left elbow is getting some leverage against the right thigh. Can you look back behind you? Now, depending on how you're feeling today, you could play with this, oh my goodness, as a bind. I'm not there in my body, but you can take the left hand and the right hand and find those fingers behind you. It's hard and twisty, but always somewhere else to go in these yoga poses, right? All right, come back through center. Take a little counter twist. Look over your left shoulder for a moment. And then let's switch sides. Straighten the right leg, left foot presses into the ground. And this is key, that the left foot is actively pressing into the ground. It's not just hanging out here. Keep it nice and active. Same with the right leg, really. Take the left hand behind you. Right arm reaches up and across. Look back behind your left shoulder if you can. Yeah, and what's that right foot doing out front? Is it awake? Unwind, take the counter twist over your right shoulder for a moment. And then come back to center. One last seated stretch here. Bring the bottoms of your feet together for a butterfly. Hold onto your ankles, sit up nice and tall. Lean forward, really tilt from the pelvis. And when you can't tilt from the pelvis anymore with a flat back, then go ahead and let yourself round. And then if you'd like, you could walk the hands out. We'll hang here for a little bit, letting these inner thighs open up. All right, bring yourself back up.
Bring the knees together, the feet onto the ground. We're going to make our way back to down dog. So you can just sort of cross at the ankles and roll
On over, or step back, jump back, whatever you got up your sleeve. Ultimately, find your way to down dog. Big, huge breath together. And exhale it out. Again, inhale. Exhale. Good. We're going to lower the knees to the mat. Arms rise up and reach to the sky. So we're setting up for camel pose. Kind of my favorite back bend these days. You may have noticed. Reaching arms to the sky. Swim the right hand back, place it at your lower back. Swim the left hand back, placing it at the lower back. Hug the elbows together as you peel open the chest. Lift your heart high. Let the jaw be soft. And start to make your way up with your chest so that you then start to go back. Oh, these look so nice at home. Make sure your hips are pushing forward, your abs are engaged, your legs are engaged. One more breath. Rise back up, swim the arms forward, and have a seat right down onto your heels. Tall, neutral spine. Big breath in and out. Let's do that again. Rise up, reach to the sky. Hands find the low back. Elbows hug in, heart lifts up. Take yourself as if you're like lifting up and over something before you go back. Up and over, hips pushing forward. Maybe hands, reach down as those hips keep pushing forward. Let's breathe for 3 and 2 and 1. Rise back up. Swim the hands forward. Have a seat in neutral. Breathe here. One more round of those back bends and really kind of notice what it's doing inside of you, right? Opening up the space around your heart and the chest, the throat, all of this energetic area, this energetic space where so much emotion lives. Let that open up. Let it go. So we reach tall. Hands find their way to the lower back. Lift your heart, open your throat. Really kind of symbolically saying, like, I'm open. Maybe the hands find their way down. Let's take about 3 more breaths. Find your way back up and around. Come back to that neutral space for a moment. Just sit tall. Notice, how does it feel to let these energy centers be open? Maybe there's a little bit of feeling of, I'm speaking, right? Let yourself be open in this heart and throat space. I'm here, I'm speaking. And then when you're ready, we'll find our way back to down dog. You can come through tabletop, press yourself up and back, wiggle it out a little bit. And then take your right leg high to the sky one last time, bend that knee, and step it forward for half pigeon. Allow the shin to lay down across the front of your mat. The back leg is reaching straight back behind you. You might even take a peek at it because sometimes it gets a little at a different angle. And then when you're ready, fold forward. You may already know this, but there are tons of ways to modify this pose. So if you're here and it's excruciating, you should stop doing it, first of all. And you could take this from your back, crossing the right leg over the left knee and pulling it in this way. You can also stay in that half pigeon, but use some props. Stick a pillow or a block or something underneath your hips and your thighs, and that will help support from below. Let's take about 5 more breaths wherever you are, whatever variation is working for you. My goal for you here is that your hips are getting some stretch, especially in the outer hips. And then we're gonna sit onto the right hip to come out of this and swing the back leg around so that we're all kind of twisted up in a little pretzel. Right leg is on the bottom, left leg is crossing up and over. As much as you can, knee over knee or headed in that direction. Sit up nice and tall, reach for the sky, and then forward fold over your legs. Could the shoulders soften? Let the head drop. One more full body breath. And then lift yourself
up. You can unwind the legs just enough so that you're crossed at the ankles.
And once again, step or hop, find your way back to down dog. Take 2 breaths, kind of like resetting in down dog. Good, looking really strong at home, nice. And then take your left leg high to the sky, bend that knee, feel the hips open up. Nice, half pigeon on this left side. Step the foot to the top of the mat, lay the shin down across the front of your mat. Walk the hands back to your hips for a moment. You'll really find center there. So you're not sitting off to the right side or the left side. Nice, really, like I see all of you at home with these like tall, open, proud chests. That's perfect. Keep that as you forward fold. And then just melt into it for some time. Take about 1 more big breath all the way in. 1 out. Lifting your chest, sit yourself off onto the left hip and swing your right leg around so it's right knee over top of left knee. Try to equally press hips down into the ground. Find that tall, proud chest again and forward fold over the legs. On your next inhale, rise back up.
Untangle the legs, bring the feet to the mat. Reach your
arms long in front of you. And this is your only core work. So it's as long or short as you want it to be. Lay yourself down slowly onto your back.
When you arrive, take that
Big full body stretch. Hug the knees into your chest, give yourself a squeeze.
And then arms open like a T.
Or goalposts. Drop both knees over to the right. Final set of twists. You can turn your head and look over to your left hand. See if your shoulders can drop a little heavier into the ground. Bring the knees through center.
Drop them over to the left, turn your gaze.
Over to your right. And breathe. Knees back through center.
Give yourself a little
Final hug.
and then let it all out for Shavasana. Legs fall heavy to the ground. Arms are heavy. Shoulders connecting into the mat. And we just settle in for a few last minutes here. Time with yourself. Without changing anything, take 10 more breaths. One last time, do a little self-check-in. How do you feel? Mind, body, spirit. And when you're ready, let's move it back
In. Maybe another full body stretch. And then you can turn onto your right side. Take this last moment of practice, this last moment of time with yourself, and tell yourself thank you. And then when you're ready, find seated.
Eyes can close.
Spine.
Tall.
Your hands to your heart. We'll take 3 breaths together to close out practice today. We inhale. We exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Bowing forward, we honor this practice of yoga for all it has to teach us. Mind, body, spirit, on the mat and off. Thank you all so much. Thank you, Lindsay.